Hey guys! So, recently I've been very depressed for like the past 2-3 weeks, actually. Really my entire life. But, we'll get into that real quick. So, I basically got fired a few weeks ago. And, I was only working 2 days a week at that point, because I was apprenticing with my mom's boyfriend doing boat surveying stuff. Very good job. Could make 6 figures doing it. But there's an issue with that. And it's the same issue that bothered me in college, despite me being very good when I care about things, is that I couldn't find something to stick on. I know you're supposed to find yourself in college, anything, but it's really dumb to waste and time and money there when you don't have any direction, right? You should go like that. That's a place to learn a skill, right? And I wasn't learning any skills. So I left and I thought, okay, everyone else is going to be in college accruing debt for 4 years. Let me get my money from my bar job that I already had because of my mom, which I thought was good at the time. It was not a good job. It was a terrible fucking job, but we'll get into that. So I tried business, I tried physical therapy, I tried a bunch of different majors in college and just gave up. I was like, this is terrible. It's not working. I can't focus on anything. Didn't help that my household was is still a shithole, but back then it was awful. Like my brother was at his peak worst at that point. So I can't come home and concentrate anyway. And I think I was still sharing a room with him at that point. So, I'm working at the bar constantly, doing facilities. I want to start bar backing because that's the whole reason why I started working there. The first place was the bar back and then eventually bartend because they make a lot of money. The facilities make minimum wage while doing worse shit than the bartenders, bar backs. It's kind of cringe. But yeah, I'm doing that. I'm saving money because I'm like, okay, I'll use the money for something, like in investing it. At that time, I had no idea what investing was even like. I guess I didn't pay attention in the one economics class or whatever that we had, financial class, whatever, financial literacy, that's what it was called. Didn't help that my school wasn't exactly useful when it came to teaching anything. Most of the people there were very incompetent at their jobs, especially in my independent living class. I didn't learn shit because the teacher just got walked all over by the seniors. It was actually kind of sad to watch. And that's like one of the few useful classes. It teaches you how to make fucking eggs and do your taxes. Like that's like the only 2 skills you actually need. So yeah, I'm working, doing my money stuff, and eventually I do get the bar back. Although it's weird because like one of the managers were like, "Well, I don't want to take you away from this dude." I'm like, "What do you mean? It's the whole reason why I'm here. I want to move up in the thing." "Well, you're not moving up. You're you're switching categories." I'm like, "Yeah, that's weird." First sign that it was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be working here because like I that's not how I thought it worked. But anyway, I'm doing the bar backing to stuff. I never actually get to bar back there because for some reason the first year I'm there, even though I worked there for like 4 or 5 years, right? You need to work there a year as a bar back in quotations before they actually put you on as your own bar back. So like I was like shadowing another person for a whole year, which is absolutely ridiculous. I don't think that's how they actually run things. I think he was full of shit because you will later learn that the manager there, the one that I'm going to talk about, just has a grudge against me for whatever reason. And it's really sad because he's friends with my mother, and it was kind of pathetic of him to do that, to have a grudge with a child who had a fucked up living situation. It's not like I did anything awful. I didn't even smoke or drink. I didn't even do anything. The worst thing I did there was go leave work for 5 minutes to get food from the convenience store across the street, but that's because I followed the people who were above me bringing me there to go get it. I went with them because I didn't want to be alone in the just alone doing nothing, sitting around at the bar. I wanted to go pick out like the pork roll sandwich that I wanted. And it was in the very beginning of the morning where no one's there anyway. You weren't even there. You showed up. I show up and there's no one working here. No one's doing anything at that hour anyway. By the way, this was all coming from someone, a manager who would get drunk on the job, get high and drunk on the job. Now, It's a lot worse when you're a manager doing that, because people have to come to you to ask you questions, and you have to manage. You're the guy, right? Anyway, tangent on that. Sorry. So I'm shadow bar backing, and by that I mean I'm just beer pouring, which the place I worked at has this thing where like they sell beers at a very low price, right? And a lot of people come, a lot of people show up, right? To do this, because there's just 8 ounces of Bud Light for like 2 nickels, not 2 nickels, 2 quarters. That'd be crazy. Oh my God. They go through like 200 kegs of Bud Light a day for on those special event days, which is every week in the summer. And yeah, I'm pouring constantly. I'm just like pouring Bud Light into 8-ounce cups the whole night. And it's awful. And then I come home and I work there for like from 7 to 4 o'clock in the morning and make $100. Now, I didn't know at the time, because I was also getting paid like shit there to begin with. So I thought, oh, hey, I'm getting $75 in tips, and then like another, like 40 from hourly. That's pretty good. Soon find out that that's bullshit once I start bar backing in another place, because they actually pay me decently. It's crazy. So like I do that, then I eventually, right before COVID, get an actual bar backing job, since I had now, even though I wasn't able to do the bar backing, I could still write on my resume that I did it at this very popular place, right? So I did it, and then I get hired immediately somewhere else that actually paid me well, because the bartenders actually tipped me. Now, the bartenders would have tipped me nice if I was the actual bar back at that bar, because they all know my mom, and I'm a hardworking motherfucker, right? But the issue was I was getting tipped by the bar back. So the bar back was getting tipped, and then the bar back was tipping me, the fake bar back who just beer poured and just did all the nonsense work the bar back didn't want to do. And yeah, that, like, a side note, I also did keg running there, and I made $25 doing the hardest, most back-breaking work I've ever done for like 8 hours into the middle of the night at like 3 o'clock in the morning. The other keg runner told me to go home. He'll put the money in the safe, and I was an idiot for believing him. But like, I kind of assumed he wouldn't screw me over because I helped him out a lot. It was very nice, but I think he just forgot. If anything, honestly, it was just like bad experience. So like, oh wait, you're not coming in tonight? I'm like, no, I told you I can't. It screwed up my back for like a week, and I have another job, and I told you that. Pay attention to your text, you dumb drunk. Oh my God. I want to add something here real quick, since, we're talking about that first job. I also was able to go to the bar at a really young age because they knew I didn't drink, and it really screwed with my head. See, I don't drink or smoke. I'm a very, good goody two shoes kid, right? I make a lot of funny, fucked up jokes, but I'm really straight, but that place turned me into a deviant. Now, I still don't drink or smoke, but I made out, hooked up with way too many girls. I use protection and stuff, but it really, guys, I know it sounds awesome to be like a giant fuck boy, especially if you're doing what I did and was doing it with like models and shit, but it's not worth it. I genuinely wish I saved myself for just like the right person. I'm so it's not a good feeling. Like, it's just such soulless, meaningless, just nothing, and it just eats away at your soul. I'm pissed that my family actually encouraged me to do it. Basically, they're like, oh, you're young, fuck around while you're young and stuff. No, don't do it. Find the right person and make sure it's the right person, and then just stay with them. Don't do what I did. It's like all the porn stars and all those people will tell you the opposite, but no, this is, I didn't do porn, but you know what I mean. It's evil. Just don't do it. It made me feel awful. Anyway, so yeah, I start working at this bar, and then COVID hits. Fantastic. I'm like, oh, lucky me. And then that stuff happens. I can't go to my job that I just got because of the amazing, fantastic lockdown rules that made a whole lot of sense, that my governor totally fucking followed, by the way. That was sarcasm. Like, yeah, again, side note, 𝗵𝗵𝗫, you're an actual human piece of garbage, and your son is a drug addict. Anyway, So I eventually get to go back and work at my job, and I start trading because I'm like, oh, I'm making a lot more money than I used to, and I could do something with this. So I start putting money away in the Robinhood and Webull, and like I start, watching all the financial YouTubers, right? Graham Stephan, Minority Mindset, eventually Matt Kors, Trace Trades, Roche Capital. What else? Those last three, don't fucking watch those people. Those people are grifters. I mean, the other two might be grifters too, but hey, at least they give good advice. The other three are literally, Trade Trades doesn't even upload anymore because that piece of shit fucking just left completely. Just deleted 90% of his videos and just abandoned YouTube after scamming the shit out of people, hyping them up, and then just probably selling. I mean, hell, they probably didn't even have stock to begin with. They stopped showing it. Same thing with Matt Kors. My God. Anyway. Yeah, I start doing that. I start making a few bucks here and there, selling and buying like oil stocks and stuff like that, because I know, okay, oil's gonna go up, airline's gonna go up. Obviously, they're shut down because of COVID. Like, it's obviously gonna go up, right? Not financial advice, even though this is in the past. So like, how would you even use this? But yeah, that happens, and I was right. If I hadn't gotten into this AMC wave that we'll talk about in a second, I would have made so much money just holding this oil stock. I forget what it's called. You're not even supposed to usually hold it. It's a 3 times leverage stock. Oh my God, I forget what it's called. It's like Goop or something. Gush, that's what it's called. GUSH. That's what I was in. I was in that when it was $25. And last time I looked at it, it was like $300, maybe $500. I don't even know. I know, like, the last time I looked at it was when oil was going really high, like in like 2020, right? Not 2020, 2022, I think. Yeah. Whenever, like a few months after it was like when we went out of Afghanistan or whatever. I don't know. What am I saying? My head's foggy right now. All right. So yeah, I'm like building wealth, saving a lot of money, and putting it all in the stocks and stuff, because I know I'm young, I can make mistakes. Really wish I didn't have that mindset to the extreme, because once I hear about this GameStop thing, I'm like, what is this? I'm like, oh, shorted stocks? Wait, let me look up shorted stocks so then I can get in on the next wave, because obviously it's going to move to something else, right? I choose AMC. Goes very well. For the next 8 months, I turned 10 grand into $100,000. Trading AMC back and forth, holding some very long-term call options. And I know it's going to go up on a specific day because the options were expiring close to it at $40, and the stock was dangerously close to $40. And that causes a thing called gamma squeeze. Now, for those who don't know, this is a very, very, shortened explanation on it, but basically, the call options, people buy them usually from market makers who are selling them. And if it gets too close to the strike price, basically the market makers have to buy the stock on the open market, because they usually don't even have it because they're selling naked calls, because it's more profitable that way. But that implies more risk, because if the stock does go up to those $40 things, which no one thought it would because AMC was obviously so far away from it at the beginning, and if it gets close to it, they have to start buying the things on the open market, which raises the price more, which causes a positive feedback loop, because now the other options, because it's not just 40, it's all the way up. 40 was just a big boy. It had like 200,000 fucking options on it. That is insane. I have never seen a stock with that many call options on one specific call price. That was crazy. On top of the fact that, like, there was an event happening. I think it was like some kind of, like, if you buy stock on that day for the next 4 days, you would be able to vote in an upcoming, like, stock vote for, like, a dividend or some shit with AMC. It wasn't for dividends, but it was like, something important. But, basically, I saw with my brain, my eyeballs, I saw the perfect storm forming. So I took my Robinhood account, which had half my money in it. I bought $50,000 worth of very risky call options. And then I kept the very safe call options on my Webull account as, you know, safety. So I would hold those until like the big squeeze that I thought was going to happen, because obviously at this time I'm getting fed propaganda, absolute delusions from Matt Kors, Roche Capital, Trace Trades, telling me, oh, you know, make your own choices, but also we're in the end game now. All right, we're in the end game. It's happening. The squeeze is happening. Trace Trades is like, oh, dude, if it hits 50, it's going straight to 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Oh, we're in unknown territory right now. You know, hyping people up, streaming every day, that kind of stuff. Right? I really hope they get sued and just absolutely crushed, because I got out lucky. Some people put like, they're just disgusting. Anyway, yeah, so like, you know, I again, following the same, like the plan that I have been, very level-headed, very stoic about this. I know what I need to do. I can make a quick, I can eat my cake, like, what is it? Have my cake and eat it too. I could literally do that, because I already made a shit ton of money, right? But with the Robinhood, I make a life-changing money, and I did, and then just take it out, and then I'll hold it on my Webull account, and make even more money there if I was actually right. It was a win-win for me. And then it happened a day or two before the stock went up. My father was shot 7 times. He, you know, a lot in the abdomen, a lot in the chest, and a couple in the leg and foot. I think it was actually 8 times, now that I think about it, because some people were trying to rob him. And he beat the shit out of him, by the way. My dad's a fucking gorilla. But obviously he's, you know, the cops didn't think he'd make it. The doctors didn't, but he miraculously did. Like, honestly, he's such a goddamn unit. I don't know how either, because he's not very healthy. He's literally like a homeless man, essentially. Yeah, so like, I'm worried about him, right? And on top of that, my brother's at his worst because of this. Obviously, he's got fucking emotional problems, and that didn't help. And at that point, he was probably taking, you know, something really that doesn't help with his mood either. So I'm at home trying to sleep, trying to keep my head together, dealing with people, thinking people are going to come and kill me, because they called the hospital looking for my dad. They're like, is he here? We're friends of him. And then they wouldn't give their names and then hung up. So I think like, okay, they're going to come hit him. Oh yeah, because my brother was here and he was with my dad when it happened. So they wanted to, you know, they want to go hit him too. So I think I think at any moment I might need to grab, you know, my weapons and defend my home from intruders. I'm up a shit ton of money on the stock market, which, you know, normally that'd be fine for me. Obviously it's exciting, but I can make the right decision, especially when it's a win-win scenario for me. And it was according to my plan, as I always do. Even if it fucks me over, I always stick to my goddamn plan. But that time I didn't, because I couldn't even think about it. I barely remember what happened, because I'm not sleeping for like 4 days straight because of that bastard over there. Now, I love him, and he's a lot better now, like a lot better now. But at the time, especially with all that stress, which I don't even blame him half, because he had a gun pointed at him, right? Screaming, cigarettes constantly, other, you know, pot. It's illegal in New Jersey. I don't know why I don't need to say it, but like, I'm getting hot box, because we're in the same room. I'm in like this box, which is honestly worse because the window barely lets shit out, and like when stuff gets in here, it lingers. So I'm getting hot box in here from him, because he doesn't care. He's not thinking about me at all. I can't sleep. I'm like deprived of oxygen basically, so my brain's fucked. And I can't sleep because he's screaming all night long. He's not sleeping either. And I'm worried. And like, it is awful, just awful. And you know, you might say, okay, well, why didn't you think about the money? You could take the money out and help your dad. That's not me, all right? That's not us, okay? We're poor, and I know it's like, oh, it's America, the healthcare. My dad's been fucked over so many times. Actually, that's not true, but like, this is the first time it's really been bad. But we've never worried about the money for getting my, you know, someone better, because we're gonna get the care, you know, it's gonna be good care. And especially with my dad, he's just not going to pay it. Like, there's so many medical bills he hasn't paid, because he has some kind of insurance, I'm pretty sure. But like, it, you know, it's you just don't pay it. You can actually just not do that, especially if you're a fucking homeless guy. But anyway, so that happens. I'm really fucking depressed because the stock starts to go down. You know, I keep like 70K of it, but then I use it to chase it because I want to get that life-changing stuff back. I want to buy a house. I want to get the fuck out of this awful, moldy piece of shit house. I hate it here. Like, I actually fucking hate it here. And I can't get out. So, and just New Jersey in general, this state is just a shithole. I can't even defend myself in my own home here. If someone were to break in, you know, there's so many bullshit rules that just, you know, you don't have rights here. I know that's a stretch, but like, I literally, if I were to like shoot someone and they turn around and then I shoot them, oh, I'm going to jail because I shot him in the back. Like, what if he's fucking turning to grab a gun or something? He broke into my home. I should have initiative to do fucking anything at that point. This is where like my little brother lives. Like, I mean, he's probably gonna shoot them before me. I'm just gonna beat him with my police baton that I have. Actually, it's not a police baton, but it's like a metal one on my bed, and the gun. I'm not gonna tell you where that is. But yeah, it's registered, by the way. Again, that's another thing. Takes my mother, who would really like a firearm, like 3-6 months to get one. Like, what if she has a crazy boyfriend? Anyway, I gotta stop going on stupid tangents like this. We're talking about me, okay? We're talking about me and my depression. And I'm laughing, but that's because I like being all special, right? I love being in the spotlight. But anyway, let's get back to the story. So, you know, that whole incident happens. I got the 70K. I'm holding the options for some reason. They expire worthless. Then the other ones I take out to try and make the money back. Because I'm like, oh, okay, I got 70K. I can just throw that shit and make some money. It did go well a couple times. I made like 12 grand on a couple things. And then I bought options on AMC again. Because I'm like, oh, well, it's got to go back up again. This is just how it goes. It goes up and down. It never went back up. I didn't think it was even going to go back up. I just wasn't thinking at all. I didn't take any out for myself either. So at that point, I basically lost 20 grand for that year after being up almost $1 million at one point. And granted, taxes, again, New Jersey sucks dick. I would have had more than half of that taken away from me for some reason. Despite never being in the tax bracket before, there should be like a newbie tax break, right? If I make $1 million in the stock market, they shouldn't take 500K of it. That's like me being able to buy a house and also take care of my family to only being able to buy kind of a shittier house, and that's it. Then I'm still getting taxed because I'm in a different tax bracket now. Like, it's crazy. This state is awful. The roads still suck too. Like, where are you putting this money? My dad isn't getting fed either. He's homeless. Like, well, where's it going? Why are you taking it from me? Take it from Murphy. Fuck that guy. His son's a drug addict. I gotta stop. So yeah, I'm depressed. All that nonsense happens. Few years go by. All the same. Trying to make money, losing it because I keep gambling. Yada yada yada. Start doing YouTube more. Learning. Get up to, you know, my mom starts dating this dude who's awesome. I love him so much. He's fantastic. But the issue is, it's not really an issue. It's like he gives me an opportunity. It's like, well, you can take over my business. Oh, cool. That's great. I know you make a lot of money. That'd be awesome. And I get to work with you. That's fucking awesome. Yeah. It's the first time I've ever had like a father figure ever. Dad, I love you, but you weren't exactly the best. I know you blame my mom, but at a certain point, it's like, you fucked up, dude. Like, you... Like, oh, okay, if it's mom's fault. So what happens if we went to live with you, right? So what happens if mom didn't get custody and you did? Would you have done better? I don't think you would have. You can't even take care of yourself, really. We're still kind of giving you money. I know you made some because your parents died, but like, that was their money. Yeah, so anyway, tangent on that aside, I started working with my mom's boyfriend, and I started to remember why I didn't go to college again, because if I don't like something, you know, I have like ADHD or something, I can't fucking focus on it no matter how hard I try, no matter what I take. I tried downing some caffeine before reading and studying and shit. That didn't work, nor do I want to do that again because it's awful for you. It's just like sleeping better, eating like a full meal before not eating a full meal, you know, like trying everything I could try without like actually taking fucking Adderall, because I'm not going to do that. All right. I'm sorry. I doubt it would even help me at that point either. I would like need the Adderall on the job too. But yeah, I can't. Like, I'm sitting there, I'm reading the book over and over and over again, trying to remember stuff. I remember some of it, right? But like, then I go to the job and it just draws a fucking blank. And, you know, no matter how many times he tells me, it just doesn't work. Now, I'm sure if I continue to do it for a few years, would probably, you know, sink in enough information to where I wouldn't be like sued for getting something wrong, right? Because I wouldn't get it wrong. But that's not going to happen. You know, he wants to retire in like 2 years. And also, I don't even think that would have happened regardless, nor do I want to work that long doing that, period. Because I don't like it. Because it's involving boats, which I don't care about. You know, boats are cool, but it's the same reason I think cars are cool. I like being able to go places fast. I like being able to go in the fucking water and fish, you know, or lay out in the sun. I don't care like the 50, you know, Viking and stuff like that. Like, I don't care about the boats. So it's hard for me to care about the job, despite me wanting it, because I need a fucking future and I want to be able to give my mom money, you know? That's what really blows about that stock stuff. I wanted to give my mom 150K and back, like 50K, because that's what my dad owes my mom in backed up child support. I wanted to give my grandmother like 200,000 just because she let me live in her house, despite, granted, she raised me horribly. They fed me basically nothing my entire childhood. I could have been an amazing athlete, but I was malnourished pretty much my entire childhood. So like, they should have figured this out, because obviously I'm a dumb fucking kid. I couldn't figure it out myself. I'm going to school. I have stomach problems all the time. I feel like I'm gonna shit my pants all the time. You know why? Because I'm dehydrated and malnourished. I wasn't eating breakfast. I had fucking chocolate milk with vitamins in it for breakfast. I wasn't getting any protein or anything. And they're like, oh, well, you wouldn't eat anything. They tried eggs and pancakes, and I would actually eat the eggs sometimes. They just didn't want to make me food or teach me how to make it. They just let me live in the house and exist, and that's how I grew up. I got more knowledge from video games and YouTube videos than I did my fucking guardians, the people taking care of me and raising me. And I love them, but it's like, you guys robbed me at such a, like, thriving childhood. I won the fucking genetic lottery. Like, I'm humble, but I'm fucking 6'3". I've had a six-pack since 6th grade. I have incredible amounts of energy. I'm strong as fuck. I look great doing it too, but I couldn't take advantage of any of those things because I never had the food to do it, or just like the direction to use it. So I was just like a good athlete in gym class. You know, I tried track, I tried football, didn't like football, but I probably could have did well in fighting and some kind of combat sport, but I wasn't allowed to. You know, my mom really didn't want me getting my face hurt. Now, granted, I agree with her. I like my face, right? I don't want to get a broken nose or something. I at least put myself in a situation where it's gonna fucking happen, right? But at the same time, you gotta give me something to work with. If you're not gonna let me model and act or do anything that I want to do, or YouTube. I've wanted to be a YouTuber since I was 13 fucking years old. But again, another tangent, sorry. The internet in this house has never been good. Now it has, because they were paying for a worse version of internet. They were paying more money for a shitty version of internet that my brother, me and him would get in fights. Also fucked up our relationship, by the way, because he would go on YouTube and I would scream at him for being on YouTube because I was lagging on League of Legends of all fucking games because he was on YouTube. We couldn't even stream a video and go on YouTube, like play a game at the same time because the internet was that bad. Meanwhile, all my friends were like, fine. I'm like, what the hell? Do you have to be rich or something? I don't fucking know. I can't even look this shit up because I didn't even have a smartphone yet. Granted, I had the computer, but I guess I was, again, dumb kid. Didn't figure it out. Nor would I even know where to start looking for like internet, nor would my grandmother have even listened to me, even if I did tell her to buy new ones, right? So eventually they did. And I'm like, holy shit, I can download stuff while watching YouTube, while exporting a video, while playing my game. Like, and it costs less? Are you kidding me? I could have been making videos at the same time PewDiePie started making videos. And the type of content that I make, all right, I would have been fucking golden. Like, that was the perfect time to do Let's Plays. Now it's a lot harder because obviously it's way more oversaturated. But, like, I basically missed my time to grow as a creator. Plus, I would have made League of Legends content, which obviously that's a very popular game. And I'm sure I would have did well, you know, with my personality. Probably would have got canceled a few times, but, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so my, you know, childhood sucked ass. And it hasn't got much better. And, you know, now again with the job, I'm like, oh, I can't read or anything. I just can't do it. So, like, what now? So now we have the YouTube and stock trading, but I need money to do that. I got basically at my bar backing job that I only work 2 days a week now because I took those days off to do the apprenticeship, and now I haven't done either of those things in a couple weeks. And I'm pretty sure they basically fired me at that job. So I'm unemployed. I barely have any money, at least barely money to me. It's like 20 grand to my name, pretty much, not even. And, you know, that's only because I made a shit ton of money on the stock market recently, but that's not guaranteed either, that consistency wise. So I have no direction. I'm fucking depressed because of it. And I want to make this work. And I have the grind set. I mean, you know, to make it work. But the issue is, I don't know what the fuck to put that grind set into because I care about this. I just don't know what to make. You know, I could do like movie reviews or something where I write scripts because now I have the time to do it, but I don't know what movies do. And again, I don't even think that would be it. I got to find something. I'm going to start brainstorming because I'm going to make a new channel. Now, it's the VODs channel that I had before, although it wasn't a VOD channel. Actually, it was the Age of Wars channel. It'll be in the link tree called YouTube, like edited YouTube content or edited channel or something. This channel, still gonna do gaming channel. I haven't given up on it, right? But it's very clear that now that I understand the algorithm a little bit more, that newer channels that are consistent and upload, you know, the same niche over and over and over again, or at least consistently good content, are going to be fed into the algorithm better than my channel because I have like 400 videos of just nonsense, constantly just different. Like, there's no connecting factor there besides me, and I like me. I think I would work well as a variety streamer or YouTuber, but I gotta get there first because it's really, really, really difficult to get there, you know, being a nobody, right? All those people that grew, like all those different streamers and big ass people, they grew on something. You know, it's either drama or a specific game, like Among Us usually, or like Fortnite. But those people got up because of one particular thing, and now they can spread out and do whatever the hell they want because they have big enough audience that gives a shit about just them, right? And I gotta build that first, which sucks because I don't know what to do. And it makes me very, very sad and angry. And I'm not an angry person, but I've been very, very fucking angry for no reason. Well, not no reason, but, you know, recently. And it sucks because I don't like feeling like this. So yeah, that's that. Go follow that new channel, and please try to watch the whole videos if you are gonna watch. Sub to it. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'm uploading that bugs video that I uploaded here on this channel on there to see what happens on a clean, fresh channel, what it looks like there, and what the watch time and all that stuff looks like. And you know, we'll see what the future holds. Now I gotta go edit this. Thank God for Adobe Audition though, because I just put this in there. And then all the dead space goes away, baby. I don't have to do anything besides put it in Premiere and then export it again. My God, this video's been 38 minutes. Wow. I just want to add one last thing since I forgot to talk about it. See, my mom keeps calling me greedy and stuff since I worry about money a lot, right? But the thing is, I'm not worried about money because I want to buy a nice car and just like different, you know, materialistic things, right? I'm worried about money because I want a family. I want to be able to take care of myself. I want to be financially independent. I want to take care of kids. I want to, you know, go out and give other people money. I want to do things. I want to fucking fund the things I want to build. I want to build something. I'm a man, dude. Like, you keep calling me greedy. I want to give my family things, and I want to work for it too. It's not like I just want the things to be handed to me. Greed isn't wanting to better yourself. Greed is when you want things you don't deserve. I deserve these things, and I'm willing to make sure I deserve these things. The issue is I keep getting fucking shot in the foot by my own family constantly whenever I'm able to actually do anything. Anyway, back to the video. I'm sorry, there's a bit anger for no reason. I talk too much. Anyway, love ya. If you're new to the channel for some reason, this is a weird video to start on, but I love ya. Like and subscribe. Although I don't know if I want this going viral, although that would be really funny if it did. You know what? Make it go viral. Fuck it. Alright, see ya.